How many times have you heard this after shopping at your favorite grocery store? Thank you for shopping. Hope you found everything you needed. And would you like paper or plastic? I hope you choose plastic for Albert the albatross's sake. You see, Albert the albatross and his mate had a baby chick named Alex. Now, Albert was a good provider, and Alex demanded lots and lots of food. So, Albert soared over the seas for hundreds of miles searching for small fish and other sea creatures to catch and bring back to the hungry chick. Now, albatrosses live for many years. So, Alex was not the first chick he had raised. Back 40 years ago or so, albatrosses live up to 50 years. The seas gave up a rich bounty of delicious seafood, and raising chicks had been no problem. However, these days the seafood that used to be abundant was harder to find, and Albert had to fly further and further each day to get enough food to take back to Alex. Also, strange looking foods began to appear on the ocean surface. Unknowingly, Albert scooped up these strange looking items and took them back to feed to Alex. Alex ate them eagerly, trusting that his parent would provide the proper food, and within days, Alex was dead. The strange items that Albert thought to be a source of food were plastic bags that resembled floating jellyfish, plastic bottle caps that resembled small ocean-going creatures. This is happening to millions of seabirds and creatures of all species that dwell in our oceans today. And plastics pollution in the form of microparticles has even begun to affect human health. As a staunch recycler and a person with an organic chemistry background, I am very much aware of the dangers of plastic and their byproducts posed to the many species of plants and animals in the oceans and waterways of our planet. My name is Dean Pearson, and I'm speaking today to persuade you to reduce your plastic products and to take a more aggressive attitude toward recycling. Plastics are now being found throughout the environment, and they have been found in the deepest depths of the ocean and the highest peaks of the most remote mountains. Items that are left behind as plastic break down are now a major component of waste, and massive quantities are accumulating as litter throughout our environment, and many scientists believe that they are entering our bodies. According to a study conducted in the Annual Review of Environment and Resources in 2023, the versatility of plastic materials has resulted in a substantial increase in use and from 5 million metric tons globally in the 1950s to more than 367 million tons in 2020. In the 1970s, it had been found that the breakdown of plastic products has become one of the most detrimental polluting substances that is now affecting our health and environment. It has been determined that it also has been predicted that plastic pollution from 2016 will triple toward 2040 if immediate measures are not taken to stem this tide of pollutants entering our environment. What part can we play in order to lessen the plastic footprints of our fragile planet, you might ask? Well, plastics is a unique problem because it is non-biodegradable and therefore stays around for a lot longer, up to 1,000 years longer than other forms of trash. And we're not just talking about people dumping their garbage overboard, because around 80% of all the ocean litter actually comes from land, either swept in from coastlines or carried into rivers from the streets during heavy rain through storm drains and sewer outlets. As you can see, the effects of plastic on our environment is a serious problem that demands our immediate attention in order to reduce the effects and reverse the damage that is already done. 90% of the plastic items we use in our daily lives are used once and then thrown away. Garbage bags, plastic wraps, disposable wrappers, utensils, straws, coffee cup lids, and six-pack holders. One solution to reducing these throwaway items will be to take note of how often we rely on these products and replace them with reusable versions. It only takes a few times of bringing your own reusable bags to the store, or silverware to the office, or travel mugs to Starbucks before it becomes a habit. We can also wean ourselves of buying disposable plastics by cooking more and eating out less to reduce the need to throw away takeout containers and stop buying bottled water and recycle all that you can. There are those who believe that recycling is beneficial, yet our recycling system actually is bad for the American business. For example, many states have different rules about which plastic products are accepted for recycling. Research of 9 major cities shows that inconsistent recycling particles and practices lead to consumer confusion and sorting errors. These sorting errors are costly, especially putting non-recyclable products in recycling streams. This is called contamination. However, this contamination can be reduced by developing recycling regulations that are similar across the country and by educating recyclers to the proper procedures of recycling. I challenge us all to buy a single-use plastic items and rid ourselves of these products. Beeswax is reusable and can replace plastic wrap. A reusable water bottle can replace a throwaway plastic water bottle. We can also purchase more paper-contained products and lobby our lawmakers to ban plastic bags and plastic straws and require manufacturers of plastic to produce more biodegradable products. Plastic products have been around since the 1920s. And like the automobile, air travel, and cigarettes, they were all great inventions with terrible side effects: air pollution, carbon monoxide, poisoning, and cancer-causing agents. Yet, through science and research, we have learned ways to combat the negative effects of these elements to some extent. We must do the same with plastic. By purchasing more biodegradable products and less single-use throwaway plastic products, we can begin to lessen the amount of plastic we're introducing into ourselves and our environment. So, the next time we are asked, paper or plastic, I challenge you, for Albert's sake, you should say, paper please. Remember, the plastic you throw away today will be a problem for your children's children's to deal with in the future. Thank you. Do we have any questions?
Yes, I do, Mr. Pearson. So, you said when we go into the stores to ask for paper, do you think that it would be better for us to bring our reusable bags as opposed to paper? Because when I was little, we used to use paper bags to cover our books, or to shape, batter up in, but there's no other use for a paper bag.
Well, I mean, yes, reusable bags are definitely preferable. And for me, I have a fireplace, so I always get paper bags because I can start my fires with them. But even if you get paper bags, it's better because paper bags are biodegradable, whereas plastic will stay around for 1,000 years unless you burn it.
Thank you, Mr. Pearson.
Thank you.